We are going to be going over Benable and just adding some stuff to my top 100 favorite things today. Try and see if I can get through the majority of that. I've been having a hard time with clicks recently, and why is there's very differing things happening. Oh, it's a different list. So I'm just building on the list today, going over it. We're gonna do some testing and make sure that we're live and everything's going okay. Cool. I'll get rid of this chat and then continue on from here. Get rid of this chat. Try to tap the screen up a little bit. Let's move this over a tad too so you guys can see what commissions generally look like. There we go. So Benable is an app that allows you to post whatever brands you want, and a certain amount of brands will give you a commission for when somebody purchases. So we're going through today and just adding to the top 100 and chilling. Okay, sales. That's cool. How are you? We're going to tap it to 500 and then we're going to start adding in. But this is what it looks like. You build out a list of your favorite items. It can be, like I can show you some of my other lists that we have already built. You can do like school supplies, frozen treats, for instance. What you want to do is have a title that you think is going to be good for a URL. Don't put any numbers in it. And what you're trying to do is get to 21 items. So 15 to 21 items gives you this little badge if all the notes are filled out right. And then you get your own discovery feed. So people see this all the time. They have their own traffic source, but by you bringing in traffic from other social medias, it gives you leverage as well. So like if I go into my dashboard here, it's going to show you who is coming in from Benable itself and who is coming in from my other traffic sources. So if I go ahead and it ever loads, this is my computer, so it tends to load a little bit differently on my computer. There is a brand new app, an Android app and an Apple app, I guess an iOS app. So in general, it's really, really good. Hi Annie, I'm okay. I could be better. Okay though. Things could be smoother. This week was a really stressful week. So I'm kind of just bottoming out and we'll be fine. I have a meeting at 5 o'clock with my client, so trying to just chill out. So as you can see here, there is all of these pictures. So every profile with a picture is somebody who is active on Benable. Anybody that has no picture is somebody coming from an exterior source. So these are people that could be coming from TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Google, because they do SEO on the lists that you create as well that get a green optimized badge. But what's important here and why I highlighted it is that you get to see where these external sources, where they're coming from location wise. So I have people that are Canadian, but I also have a lot of people that are US. The app is a US app, and so something that's important there is if you know anything about US brands, you can include those in some of your lists. But yeah, I'm just trying to relax and chill and build this list. This list is driving me crazy. So now that we're past 500 likes, I'm going to start adding to this top 100 list. I unhid it yesterday, so there is traffic going to it, but it's also not finished. So I was like, it's not done. just bear with me. I don't know if this will ever get optimized because it's going to be a list of 100 items. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I'm going to find a place for the phone so I can still see your messages. But what I'm doing here is I'm actually, because I wanted a prompt from ChatGPT to give me ideas for top 100 lists, and it gave me something that was really interesting. What it gave me was these prompt questions to answer. And I thought that was a really cool angle to go ahead and try to complete per section, because then it adds a little bit of story, reasoning to the items that I'm providing here. The only convergence that I see it being a problem is that people are going to be like, well, this isn't really your top 100 favorite things. My issue with it is that if I were to list my top 100 favorite things, you would get like 10 chocolate bars and 10 things of pop. This actually makes me think about the things that I really enjoy and why I enjoy them. And so I think this is a kind of better way of doing a top 100 list, and it also creates interest to people to learn more about me. So is it my top 100 favorite things? I don't really know what my top 100 favorite things are, to be honest with you. I could be like, I love cowtails. We do have a snack section that I'm going to be like all over. The random delights, I'm going to be like, we need to put all the snacks in there. But like thinking of like makeup was difficult for me because I was like, I don't usually wear makeup. But there are things that I go to, like I always like a waterproof eyeliner. I always like a highlight for my eyes if I'm going on a date night, right? So like there's certain things in here that I'm like, yes, absolutely. But is makeup something that I do every day? No. And so I'm trying to cater to like the interest of people who are coming in to learn more about me, but I'm also trying to give you what I actually have or what I like or think that I absolutely love, if that makes sense. So we are doing now sensory and comfort. So what I had ChatGPT do initially was give me a list of questions, which is this one. So stuff like, what sound do you find soothing? That's really hard. I think it's the sound of fire crackling, honestly. How do we put that in a list though? That's a good question. I could put like, and this is making me expand my thinking on list building as well. I could put an audio in here from YouTube, right? So there's little things like this that we don't have to have.
Welcome to the biggest lost mail haul of all.
We don't have to have certain things that are brand related all the time. Fire, crackling, right? I can demonstrate things that I enjoy and like by also like featuring stuff that doesn't really get me any money. Like recommendations aren't always about getting money. It's about having true recommendations on there that you stand behind. There are plenty of recommendations in my list that are local small businesses, that are friends that I know online, right? And by me shouting them out or giving additional traffic to that source, I feel good about that. I also feel good that people that are coming into my list aren't just getting drilled with buy everything, right? And so I know sometimes it seems like that of like, oh, well, there's this snack list and it all goes to Walmart or it all goes to Target. And I've had people in the past be like, hey, like I went to your list and I feel bad that I only went to your list and I didn't buy anything. I'm like, you went to my list? Cool. Did you see anything that you liked? Oh yeah, I saw this really cool anxiety blog that you did. I really liked that. But I know that you don't get anything from that. I'm like, you still went and gave me traffic, right? And so like that's a big thing for me is like now you went to that anxiety list, and because of that, somebody else is now going to go to that anxiety list because you created traffic in that list. So then it repopularizes it, and so somebody else could go into that anxiety list and buy a blanket or buy a coloring book, right? So the inadvertent actions of actually going in, it doesn't always cost something to do, you know? And it's the same thing with these recommendations. By having like a recommendation that isn't a paid recommendation, it gives you an opportunity to learn more about me.
Guess what? I just hired a UGC creator on.
That's just as important. So for me, I'm not all about like it has to be perfect.
Fiverr.
The brand's new
I'm trying to see if this is good enough. That works. So what I'm going to do is just copy this. So we go over back to Benable in this section, and all I do is press the button, put in the link, and it's going to bring forward the YouTube video. See, it even like categorizes it. I can take different shots, but we're going to use something dark, right? But as you notice, this is going to say that it's not available, and that's okay. The other benefit to this is that if you have like a YouTube channel, right, you could list your own YouTube videos in here and get additional traffic based on that. Is there any point of me doing this to this? No. Other than to be honest with people, right? So that's a huge thing, and I think it's important too. I'm just going to copy paste this and then write out the explanation. What sound do you find soothing? There is something about going down to a live fire and hearing sound of it crackle. It is so soothing. So, confirm. So we've added another one to the list. So that's basically what I'm doing, is I'm trying to take these prompts and figure out what kind of things create sensory comfort for me. Thank you. Thank you, Positive Neutral. Thank you for the heart me. So then we go to the next one. What's your go-to playlist for bad days? Oh no. What's your most worn fabric or texture? I don't want to say that. Temperature? Do you like your drinks and why? I feel like we're a little bit off here. So let's try to reorganize it. Let's see what it puts out for me. Let's go like this. Whoops. And then this seems a bit off for tangible things. And you give me a list of 10 questions for items. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. See, that's a little bit better. Alright, let's go with this. What mug do you reach for first? Well, we have mugs. And it's complicated because I always reach for this one. So, I mean, I should look for this one and add it to the collection. There's no identifying markers. But what I'm gonna see is if YouTube, Walmart. I know I got it from Walmart. Actually, it might have come from Zellers, to be honest, but I would assume that it's at Walmart. So what I'm going to do is look for a soup cup. Okay. I'm going to turn off fire. Mush Mush is a cute cat. So, this is a soup cup. Let's see what it says. Search for me. Soup cup. Soup cup. Soup mug. Let's see. I'm probably not gonna find the one with the same like pattern. Oh, that's so nice. It's a crystal one. But it is giving me some thick ones, which is good. What I was looking for is this cup, but I doubt that I'm gonna be able to find it. It was part of like a Christmas, was it? Like it was a set. Gift set? Yeah. It was definitely part of a gift set. It has like a little teddy bear and stuff in it too. So, back in the day, you used to be able to buy like a soup cup as a gift, and it used to have like a teddy bear in it and some hot chocolate, and they were wonderful. But in saying that, these days all of the mugs are rather small, and people think that I'm crazy for having this huge ass mug that's the size of my face, but really it's a soup cup. It's not a mug, you know, as one would say. See if I can find anything. Soup teddy bear gift set? I don't even know. It might be worth going on Etsy, but uh, does anybody remember that back in the day? I feel like this is like 20 years ago, though. At least 10 years ago. Mm. What happens when I just Google it? Let's see. Google it. Google it. Let's see what it comes up with in the images. Canada. Images. Like this, but with a soup cup. It definitely was a thing. Um, hmm. I feel like it used to be such a thing to do, but now you don't see it ever. I wish I had a magic solution to this. I don't think that we're gonna have a magic solution to this. I think the only way to go about it is to, like, get rid of this. But it's still gonna have issues. I want a soup mug though. It's not necessarily that this is a major thing. I want the soup mug. Hi Jamie, how are you? Is it rather bland? Yes, probably. But that's cute. Central Park. How you brewing? Expensive as heck. What the heck, yo? Hey, tattooed gamer, how are you? I don't have necessarily a solution for this, and what the fuck? What is that? A recycling can coffee mug? I don't think that I'll ever find this cup. It's too bland. Hey, Jennifer, I'm trying to look for this cup to post on Benable. I don't think that I'm gonna find it. Etsy. Trying to figure it out. Soup mug. I could be better. I could be better, but it's fine. I'll be okay. Just not feeling very well right now. That's all. Still coming to do this though. Every Monday. I tried. The problem is that so this cup. Oh, you could probably. You're right. I could probably take a picture of it and do like a Google search of the picture of the cup. Hold on. Let's see. Photo. Because this cup was a gift from my dad, actually. I don't even know if a husband knows the story of this cup, but I purchased this cup because my dad was in hospital, and I bought it as a gift set. So there was like a teddy bear, and I think there was hot chocolate in it as well. And then when I don't even think it was when he passed, when he left Ottawa, I somehow got this cup back. Um, I know we bought it from Walmart, but you guys see it all the time. So if I'm gonna make my top 100 list, I should include that as the top 100 cups that I use, like the item per se. Um, Google image search. No, what I want to do is do it on the computer. So give me 2 seconds. There's this, and there's this. To me, send. So that should be there, and then I can show you guys if it fills or not. There's an Amazon image search. Hi, Cyber. I didn't know that. Bum, 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 bum. So, I sent it to myself, so it should be right here. This is the cup in question. So, we're going to then go to Google. And then go image search. I'm going to like this. And drag. There we go. Alright. It tried. I don't think that we're getting on very well, I should say. It's like looking for that pattern, but it's not. Oh, that's silly. Okay, You said that there's an Amazon image search. Let's see. I don't even know where to look here. Amazon search. How do I search an image on Amazon? Amazon image search. Visual search. Oh, whatever that is not it. I'm a lost. Lost. Nope. That's not it either. Go back to Google. I just think that it's just not possible at this point. It's gonna be like, yeah, nope. Hey, Alicia. I got to meet your face yesterday. It was beautiful. You're beautiful. Your daughter's very cute. Did you have fun shopping? What'd you get? What'd you get? Page unresponsive. Great. Google, can you just not be unresponsive? That would be great. Right on for you. No? You don't want to cooperate? I mean, it's only Google, guys. Come on. Exit page. Just go. Grumble, 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 grumble. Yes, we did. I found a huge doll on clearance, 25 instead of 35. Dang. That's good. I heard sometimes Walmart does that. I think in July, not in August, but I think they like scan of practice, not the policy, but like if you go to their sections, sometimes they'll have like toy items that you can scan that are not what it's labeled, right? And so sometimes there's things that are there that have been priced down to like $1 or $1.94 when they were like $20 before, but it's only at like the end of July, like they're clearing out the old stock type of thing. So that's something I've been hearing it on TikTok every year. Every year I hear it, and I'm just like, I don't have the money to go figure that out, but that sounds really cool. I wish they had like a list that they publicized, and then people would like race there. I've also heard that they do that in for shoes, that they'll put the shoes down to like a cent to clear them, which is crazy. Yeah, it's here in March. Yeah. Like, I wish in those moments when, whenever I go, like, physically go to the store, it's very, like, set in stone what we're purchasing. Of, like, this is why we're here. We're not getting anything else. Otherwise, I would definitely be, like, hawking the shelves and trying to figure it out. Being like, what is what? And I think I would have to do it without the kids around. Because they would just be like, I want that though. Like, fail. Jennifer was telling me to do a reverse image search, and I don't think that it matters. It's not happening. Products, visual matches. I don't know where it's searching. I don't know what Google is searching to try and find this cup. It's not a vintage mug, guys. It's 10 years old. Does that mean that it's vintage? I thought like 50 years and above was vintage. It's probably more than 10 years. My husband and I have been together for 13 years. 10 years married this this week. This week on the 15th. Um, no matches to the image. That's awesome. It can't find a match to the image of the cup. But essentially the cup that I use has actually a lot of sentimental value for me, even though I like, anyways, it's a soup cup. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a soup cup, but like I bought this when my dad was sick in hospital, and it has like a little bear on it, and I don't know how I've kept it around all these years. Um, because that's how I remember this cup. And so it's weird that I use it all the time now. I used to not use it all the time. And it's got me questioning if it's the same cup or if I created this cup because of a different cup. Because it doesn't make sense to have a cup that I had given my dad in hospital and somehow I have it. I don't know. My brain is not all the way there yet. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. We don't really have anything planned. However, I think Alicia heard the good news. I got a raise with my client, and so there's still some shiftiness happening, but the raise with my client, the first payment is on our anniversary. So even though we don't have anything planned, maybe something will happen. I just don't know what yet. And we're trying to figure it out because hubby is on a weight loss journey and he doesn't want to like have anything unhealthy. So I've got to look at options for like that. But at the same time, the biggest thing is to celebrate with the kids. And I know a lot of people that I've spoken to, they're like, but it's not about the kids, it's about you and I. But like, I feel like it's important to include the kids in a celebration, and that although him and I matter, that it doesn't matter as much as the memory, right? That I know, but like, I don't know what to order. I don't know what to order because I want to, like, even for my birthday, he didn't have any ice cream cake. Um, so I've got to figure out what's gonna make both of us happy. Um, and he mentioned the other day, we'll just have a dance party with the kids, and that can be a part of it too. But I don't know. I was hyping it up all summer long, and then we're just not there. And I feel like it's just my mood. Like this week has been really stressful, so going into next week, I'm just like, please no. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find this cup. And that's disappointing because I want to add it into the list, but I can't. So I guess we go back and add like something from our mug list because we're spending a lot of time on a cup that's not gonna work. But yes, ordering food is gonna probably happen. I just gotta figure out what place to order from. All of the things. Home? Is it in the home list? And I don't know what it is about me. I was explaining this last time about like whenever something good happens, I'm not like giddy and excited. Um, it's mostly because I feel like it hits me differently, and it comes in phases. In the sense of like until I have it in my hands, one, it doesn't exist. But two, it's a lot to do with like not feeling it until it happens type of thing. So it's complicated. So I'm going to duplicate this one over. The reason why I'm going to duplicate this one over is because my husband gifted that to me. It is a very cute cup. So sensory comfort. And I'm going to explain it. So I'm going to go into here, copy and paste, copy, copy, go into here, and then we're going to go back to my top 100 list, which is in here. Hi Jay, how are you? And then top 100. I also have to make like either change the outcome of the list visual or make it so that it's a layout, a better layout, because it doesn't look good having bacon on there. It's the visual layout of top 100 things. What mug do you reach for first? I have one similar to this. I use it all the time. My hubby bought it for me and it is so cute. Okay, so it's not this one, but it'll do. It'll do, donkey. Hey Jack. So we go to the next thing on my list. And we're gonna find that. I don't wear slippers, although my husband has gotten me slippers. I don't wear slippers. What pillow or cushion do you swear by? I have a cute pillow. I think my husband got it off of Amazon. So let me see. And I don't think it's in a list yet, but Choco Cat pillowcase. Let's see. Choco Cat pillowcase. Perhaps he got it from Etsy, but I doubt it. Why it's not? Is it because of the space? I don't want a chocolate cat. I want a choco cat. Shoop. Like that. Because otherwise you could order something about it not being as healthy. To me, it's the same, but something about it not being as healthy. Okay. So, for Amazon specifically, I take the site stripe link, so not the URL, but the site stripe link, to make sure that it's the right link that I'm putting in. Yeah. Maybe it's just finding somewhere that's going to cater to that, but also be ultra healthy. And I think there's this place. There's, is it Freshie? There's Freshie, I think. But there's also a couple other places that might be an option. I just have to sit down and kind of look at it. So there's this. So I used to have a pink Hello Kitty pillow that I destroyed. I had it forever since I was a little kid. But this is the one that my husband got me because the other one was destroyed and he knew that I liked Choco Cat a lot better. So this is the pillow. If everything loads, I wish things would just load seamlessly and not have so much lag on my computer. That would be great. Why are you struggling, ChatGPT? People are using ChatGPT like crazy right now. That's what it is, right? So this will my husband my favorite every day. Cool. So what I just need is the question from ChatGPT, because the question was this: what pillow or cushion do you swear by? There we go. And it's not gonna let me because it's having issues. Did it copy? That is the question. Nope, it did not. What pillow or cushion do you swear by? Shoop. There we go. Just add it in. So, if it's ever gonna load, I can see the next question. What? Why is there so many problems? There we go. What's your coziest sweater or hoodie? Hmm. Hmm. A cozy sweater or hoodie. Walmart. Spider-Man hoodie. Is it a hoodie? I'm trying to think. The closest one that we have is like, it's a red hoodie, a red, I think it's Spider-Man. I could be really wrong, but it's not new. So this probably isn't very helpful. I have another hoodie, but I don't know. It's like a pink zip-up hoodie. Thank you for the heart, Mialisha. I'm looking for, it's like a two-toned hoodie. It's probably not gonna show up. I don't even know where I purchased it. These are the problems that I have with Benable, is that the things that I own, I don't like necessarily go around the house looking at tags, being like, where did I get this? I kind of just search for things, and it's not always the best outcome, because then I'm just like, you know? So it's complicated because I feel like I'm doing an injustice by just putting a random sweater up. But I honestly don't know where I got that sweater. Maybe we should just move on. What is your favorite candle? What is your favorite candle? I will always go with vanilla. Candle. There's one candle that is more than that, actually. We had, and it wasn't a candle. So we used to have this like cast iron, like it wasn't a diffuser, it was a melt. It was like one of those melting. It's still there. What is? Where is it? The whole thing? The cast iron one that we used to have? No, I used to have a cast iron back.
I think I got that one.
You know, but the cast iron one, we had this like really nice banana bread cube, and I only got it in Orleans. There was a shop in Orleans that had it. Yeah. It was really cool. I could maybe do a search for that. Vanilla candle. Let's do a quick search for it. I don't cast iron melt burner candle. It was like this. It was really cute. It had like a little tea light under it. This. So this is really cute. It has like a little the wax warmer. You put the tea light underneath it, and then it has this like cast iron to it, which is really cool. But I don't have the banana stuff. Where's the banana? I guess I could just look up wax melt, banana wax melt. But this is definitely it. And I don't know what happened to this thing. I really don't. It went poof. But we'll start with that. And then go maybe banana bread wax melt. It also was not a Scentsy thing, so that was different. It came from this little shop in Orleans. That's actually funny. But $50? Oof. That's too much. Walmart? Banana bread wax. Let's see. Buttered frosting. Looking for banana bread, guys. It's totally not gonna give it to me. Banana bread wax melt. It would be so cool if we could find one that looks like bread. Wouldn't that be cool? There's that one. Oh no, as if I said that. Look at that. Mini banana breads. I think we gotta go with that. Do we go with this one or that one? The other one is cheaper. The other one is less expensive. This one. And it looks daintier. Look at that. Little banana bread. Oh, it's a single. It's only one. It's one loaf. Can you slice the loaf? Is that the intention, to slice it? Can you? It's a decent size, you could slice it. Alright, I'm gonna add that in too. But first, we gotta go and put in the little message here. Miss having this also because I have this fascination with Studio Ghibli, and I could totally like just put like Kilsifer stuff on it. which would be cool. But yes, this is my favorite warmer, wax warmer I have ever owned. Oh, okay. 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 So we just ignore it. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. This is my favorite wax warmer I've ever owned. A staple in my memories. I'm not sure what happened to it. So that. But then we're gonna add this. Where is it? I'm gonna put it through on here, or attempt to, because Etsy usually doesn't mind the extension, but the extension is just not popping up. So, bail. There we go. Mini banana bread wax melt. So this is another benefit to having Benable as a source of getting like partnerships and collaborations and things like that. So if you are, like, the fact that Etsy is a part of this is amazing because you can legitimately like put anything that you actually enjoy onto Benable. Now, where this is helpful is that a lot of people in the world of selling will purchase things off of Etsy as a direct sale, and then they'll increase the price on it, and then the creator doesn't get the original sales amount. And so it creates resistance between the crafter and the person selling it when they find out that it's a seller making a profit off of them. Whereas this is a happy ecosystem because I'm shouting out and showing, hey, this is really cool. You should go check that out. That person then gets their full sales amount and they're not getting like somebody to spend more on a product and then the customer service, all the crap, right? So they're still dealing with their sale and dealing with the customers that come in and that direct relationship. But what is an added benefit is because I am sharing it and Etsy is the one who is reporting back to Benable, that I'm getting a commission from Etsy and not the crafter. I hope that makes sense, but that's what's cool about it is that I'm not creating a resistance or annoyance with the crafter. I'm honestly getting to shout out something that I truly think is cool, and that crafter is then getting an added bonus of traffic and like the benefit of working with the customer that they get out of that relationship instead of creating negativity, which I think is amazing. With the wax melt, we used to get a banana bread wax. Cannot find it, but came across this absolute adorable banana bread wax melt. I'd buy a heartbeat. I also, whenever I'm doing recommendations, I'm super honest about them. I never tell somebody that, oh, I have this at home or I've used it a bunch of times if I haven't, because I think that that's important as well. It's like showcasing what I think is cool, but also showcasing like why I'm putting this up there type of thing. And I can put that question that I had. ChatGPT is not my friend today, apparently. Candle or diffuser scent. So, paste. So people know where this idea came from. Then we move on to the next one. What chair or spot in your home is your place? It's this place behind me. In what's called the bird's nest. Did I put the bird's nest already in the list? I don't know. I think we didn't. And that the intention was I was going to put it there. But I just want to double check that I'm not duplicating. No, I did. Feels like a hug. So that's already taken. So let's move on to something else. So we're not duplicating things. Sensory and comfort. What soft item do you keep just for comfort? A plush, a quilt, a shawl? I'm trying to think. Do I have a comfort item? I don't think I have a comfort item anymore. Blankets have always been my thing. I used to have this rainbow blanket as a child that I would take around everywhere. But as to say that I have a comfort item, do you think I have a comfort item that I go to? A heated blanket. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Thank you. I just served some mac and cheese. It's beautiful. Comfort food. Mac and cheese. What's the most comfort thing to hold when you're stressed? My husband? No. Ultimate comfort drink. So, a comfort item and a comfort drink, right? So, what can I do? There's 4 items still. A comfort item. So this would be a good thing to like also put in like sensory things for comfort. I don't have any sensory things, but my daughter does. We have this disc that helps a lot. And there's some sensory things that are inside. Even the cube is great when you have some sensory overload. So, comfort item. Let me go and duplicate this. Hey, Chris. Comfort item. Saying it 100 more times isn't going to help me find one. But we're going to go take a look at the to list. I have the anxiety list, but I also have a sensory list. I'm thinking about a cube that's maybe on the sensory list. So I'm going to go into kids first. There is a fidget toy sensory list. I really want to buy that for my daughter. because we've touched this thing and it's amazing. It's this stress cube that like contains its form, so you can mold it kind of like hard Play-Doh, and then it just reforms itself. That is an amazing stress. Oh, this thing is amazing too. The fidget ball popper. Um, it's awesome because it's a ball, so it's round and you just flip it around. We used to have one at the in-laws' house. We don't have one anymore. But that was really, really great. The cube I was talking about is this cube, and I really want to get that, but that has not happened. I want to get that for my daughter too. There's all these things. There's all these things. But the reason why I'm thinking this cube was because it's very like malleable in your hands, and it doesn't stay a cube. It goes into triangles and things like that. So it's an awesome thing to play with when you have a lot of stress and things are like that you need comfort from. I would say my most comfort though comes from going into the bath. And so I'm probably gonna put that in there too. I'm gonna also go into the anxiety list and just see if there's anything there. I don't have like a teddy bear anymore that I use for comfort, so it's really hard to say. Uh, what? Where would I have put this if it's not in girly things? Is it in hobbies? I don't consider high level anxiety a hobby, but sure. I should maybe move that. Hey, tattooed gamer. Um, did I put anything in here? Obviously, that. I have my blankets. I love my blankets. And coloring books. Maybe this. Milk baths are so nice. I can incorporate that into the bath situation. So I'm going to duplicate that. Um, but then we have to revisit. So I'm going to go with this. And see. And then there's two more for today to do with comfort. A toy. Toy or object that brings you comfort. Why is that gibberish? Toy? Okay. My keyboard has just decided that it doesn't want to cooperate. What's wrong now? Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's pissing me off because now it's
Yeah,
going into like they're not being able to handle it.
but she could go over there, right?
Okay, Emily said that she was maybe to come back. Why she's not here?
Mm.
I have to really like do everything. I have to get like everything that we can. I have to get the colors and drops and everything.
I don't know why my keyboard is in reverse right now. Does anybody know how to get your keyboard out of reverse? I don't even know how we got here. I don't know what to do. Hold on. Keyboard is in reverse. Keyboard in reverse. It's likely you've accidentally activated a setting that reverses the type direction. This can be fixed by pressing Control Left Shift. Control Left Shift. This. Yeah. We learned something new today. We can Control Left Shift something. A toy or object. It is use comfort. Feel good toy. Okay. A place you go to be comfortable. I am known in every situation to go take a bath when something is chocolate. When something is off. Hmm. um, I do love me a good milk bath on my phone. A tea, bubble tea. I need 2 items, so bubble tea, chocolate I'm saving for the candy section. Do I have orange pico already in here? Cozy and homey. Well, how is cozy and comfort different? One's a sensory comfort, right? Yeah, sensory comfort. Uh, Bubble tea. I don't know. I always like want to go back to I have a teddy bear or something, but I don't usually like gravitate to a teddy bear. No. Yeah. Well, I could put mac and cheese in here. I know it sounds stupid, but Homer. Right? Mac and cheese. And then hubby said bubble tea.
Taco.
Taco. Ooh, tacos. Tacos is good. Should I just make a food section?
I think that's what comfort
Food. I should make a food section. Suki, go away. I don't need you licking me. So we're gonna put this in here. And then we're also gonna edit a section to be like my favorite foods. Because I don't think we actually have one. We have snacks. Snack and foods are 2 different things, I think. Love a good white cheddar mac and cheese. 2 comfort. And is great. 2 my senses. Like a go-to meal to chill out. Okay. We need one more item in here. For for sensory comfort though, like it has, yeah, I know. It's like a
How about bubble wrap?
bubble wrap.
That's satisfying. What about those Velcro covers? Not Velcro covers. That looks like older banners with like the holographic stuff that you play with it with your fingers.
Mm. Bubble wrap. But that ball reminds me of bubble wrap. Oh, that's a good point. Let's put the crochet in here. Yeah.
Why would I know you better than you know yourself?
Because I don't know myself very well at all. I'm pathetic. Knitting. Let's go into the knitting dashboard. Where would it be? Hobbies, knitting and crochet tools.
Hobbies, none. I have children.
Yeah. Not anymore. Duplicate. Sensory. Go over here. Why does it have times 6 at the top? It's very strange the way the layout is on this. On the TikTok studio. Okay. So, beauty, sensory. List.
I got the 70% rain on
Mm. Gotta play with it until
and
it's
yes, the days are clear.
the day before and the day after.
Nope, today is 2 days after. So, day after that,
That's me. Oh.
I don't want to hear you being upset if it ends up being on Friday because there's only one person to blame.
Item.
Don't want to hear it.
The box says rename video impression. I like to knit and crochet. I am learning
Because it's every time I'm done making my food and I'm walking away, you come in with plates. That's why. I want to wash your dishes, you know? I'm not going to be there to keep your dishwasher and tear it out.
me. So I think we leave it there for now. We have screens to do, mental health magic. I don't know. I think maybe we change one of these into meals because there's random delights, which should be snacks. Um, Sentimental stuff, maybe. Um, I don't know. I don't know how this falls into the category because we have a lot of like mental health stuff in here already. Um, so I might change this to like to something else. Hey, Fate. Sentimental stuff makes sense of things that, you know, I hold dearly. Random lights is definitely treats. Um, and then going into my brain, like one of these two is going to change, either mental health or you filtered. At least the naming of it, anyways. Before I leave, though, I'm going to do a Canva post of this list. So we changed this because it doesn't look right now, it having bacon on it. So I want to make it so that it just has like a nameplate. So what I'm going to do is go into Canva and give this a couple of prompts. If it loads for me, we'll see. So when I go into Canva, what I want to do is I want to create, going to give me the section. Is it in here? Is this what it is? I keep on forgetting where it is. Canva AI. I want Canva AI. What I'm doing is creating a faceplate. This is also how I create the stickers for my live, is going in and doing this and editing it. So I want it to create an image for me, and then, whoops, create an image. We don't really need a style at the moment. We need it to say this. Sign should say be surrounded by blanket, tea, chocolate, picture frame, um, or variety of items. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Hey Nicholas, how are you? So all I'm doing right now is creating a image like top 100 of my favorite things. See, this is already like better than what I have there. So top 100 of my favorite things. So maybe what I do, copy, and then we do a different style because that turned out really great. But let's see if I put it in pop art style, what happens. It might be too splashy. Oh, it's not bad. That's not bad actually. This one is so cute. Let's get this stupid thing out of the way. Look at that. Even that is really cute. I don't know. They're all really cute. Maybe this one is the best one. Anyways, I'm going to download it. not move to folder, I just want to download it. Download, like that. And then go back to Benable. And then I'm going to edit cover photos and upload. So when people view it in the discovery feed, it will look better. And you don't have to do that for every post. There's a logic to it, and I'll show you what I mean if it decides to ever open. She be having issues. Are we going to do it or what? Oh, okay, we have progress. Cool. Can we have better progress than this? Agency stuff. Okay. Can you give me today's download? Is it just not downloaded yet? There it is. Alright, so open that. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay, we're going to change this and remove this. I have little patience. There we go. So now it's more uniform. People can see what that is. And it just looks overall better, like immediately better. So the difference here is that even this, I can change up the school supplies one. It shouldn't be all bags here. And sometimes changing just the front plate of your list will help. So update cover photos. If I keep one bag there and maybe add a couple of different items. I can see why I didn't though, because of the stars. So maybe this one, maybe this, right? Just like that. So it changes the dynamic a little bit. So this is not bad when you use images inside, right? Because it tells people what's inside the list. What I didn't like about this list is that it's the top 100 favorite things and I have bacon and something random there. And so it doesn't lure people in to find out what is on your list because they're like, why is bacon your favorite thing, right? This way, they're going to click it and then discover what's inside, which is more of a lure. I already know people are going to go into the school supplies list, so this is more of an indication of like, oh, what kind of things could I maybe see in there, right? It's the same thing for this stuff. Like I could do covers, but people are gonna know that there's stuff in here for that, right? I think it's more important to do like a cover photo if it's something that looks kind of off from what you would have in your list or doesn't make a lot of sense. Another example would be like the services to make you money, right? If you have in the services to make you money an app here, a blog here, and something, people are going to be like, well, what is that, right? Whereas if I just do a plate that says services that make you money, people are going to be like, oh, what's that? Like there's a different sense of being. It's the same thing with this, like the shop local Canadian small businesses. You could have a storefront in there, you could have a product, you could have a different product that are completely unrelated. Like you could have a sweater and you could have honey. And people would be like, so what? But if you put a nameplate, then they're going to go and look and see what's in the list type of thing. But I don't think it's required for every single list because if you have a list that makes sense for what it's supposed to be, I don't think there's any issues with that. Hey, Connie. Thank you for the heart me. So I think it's cool to have a nameplate for certain things or certain lists that make it possible. The other thing that you can do is take just one. So like in this list, what I've chosen to do for the cover photo is I just picked one artist. Like I could go, like instead of that, it looks like this, which doesn't really add value to the list. Whereas I could pick one of my favorite songs and I can list it on the outside, right? And that kind of gives some people of an idea of like, oh, it's this. Or I could have literally went in here and then was like, hey, um, this is this type of music list. The problem is that this list is a variety of songs. So I have country in here. I've got a whole bunch of different ones in here. So I kind of just picked the one that looked the best to put it out on display, right? So if I change things, it comes up in the feed a little bit differently. The other advice I would give is that if you have existing lists that you want to have people revisit, go ahead and add something to that list. By adding something to your list every once in a while, it repushes it out and people notice it again. So being strategic with that, I also flip the holidays into like the top spot. So what I have right now is like the summer and the back to school stuff at the very, very top of my profile, because people come into the profile, they look at your top list, and then they kind of leave. So that way they don't have to go all the way at the bottom. I was having the holidays at the top, but I think it's good to cycle things kind of like a feature section. Like a feature section. I'm really snacking. I'm really, like, I'm in between right now. I'm really in between. I'm trying to work on this, like, top 100 list. As you can see, it's only 50% there. Um, we've been trying, but it's slow going for me. And it's not lack of want. Like, it's currently optimized somehow, even though we have sections that have nothing in it. I don't know if it's gonna stay optimized. But what I'm trying to do is build 100 lists because, one, it's my 100th list, but two, I want to also kind of test to see at what point does it become unoptimized, right? Because if everything is 10 in a section, is that helpful, or will it crash out at like 60 items? I don't know. We did have this list like locked out, like hidden, and it was getting a whole bunch of traffic. So I'm kind of actually frustrated about this. So I locked this list after putting like 3 items in it, and then Benable sent a whole bunch of traffic to it, and it had 5 likes, and I was like, there's nothing in this list, and that's why I hid it. And I talked to support, and they were like, oh no, nothing's happening. Like, I contacted them 3 times, and I was like, there's still people coming into this list even though it's hidden. Well, it's from that time that it was open, and I was like, girl, like, it's happening today, 7 days later. So whatever they did, they turned it off. But since the day that they turned that off, I haven't had a sale. So it has been a month since I've had a sale. I've talked to them twice, and they said there's nothing wrong with my account. Anyways, we turned it back on. I turned it back on at 40 items because I figured there was enough items in here for people to kind of browse through, and it's not a complete list. But the fact that we haven't had a sale in a month when we were getting a sale every 6 days really is like itching under my skin. They're telling me, well, it probably has to do with engagement. I've had 4 people invited. I've had probably 1,000 people come into my profile because we're almost at 10K. So I don't know. Like, we're at 95. And so I know that we've went up in a month at least 700 followers in a month. So we've had 700 people follow. We have at least 20 people a day coming through the profile like before. Nothing's changed there. and I'm engaging consistently still on the platform. I'm also putting this list together. So I don't know, something is just under my skin. There's a little, like, I'm not stopping with Benable. Let's be clear. I really like Benable. The problem that I'm seeing is that whatever hiccup happened with the top 100 list has stunted their feedback of, like, they're saying that it's an automated system, but then why is it that there's no sales coming in? And I mean, it might just be that nobody's buying. Let's be real. But for this to like be every 6 days before, there was a time that it was every 3 days. So what happened when we increased volume and there hasn't been anything? That's what's like really putting me up. Like we get every hour here, we get a new follower. So it's bugging me. I want to contact them again, but I don't want to do it until my 100th list is like complete, because I feel like if it is an issue with the 100 list and now that it's on, maybe something will change. The school supply list I just put out onto Facebook the other day. So like I'm getting traffic and exterior traffic right now. It could happen today that I get a sale, right? But it's just very odd. Like we're getting a ton of traffic. Like that's not little traffic. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 people, and it's not even halfway through the day, right? So it's not a traffic issue and it's not an engagement issue. I have 8.9 engagement, I believe. It should actually show me right here. So it's frustrating. Yeah, 8.9. So it's frustrating me just that they're not willing to try and investigate. And I'll be on them. There's like the reason for that is like there's this where you can contact them. They're going to give you the generic answer because they're employed, right? But I have an email for Tony. Not that I want to go that way, but I do have an email for the CEO to be like, hey, this is my experience that's happening right now. Can you follow up with the team and see what's going on with my account? Do I want to play that card? Not really. But if we get to like 2 months with no sale, then I'm going to be like, what happened? What happened, right? Especially if we get to 10K and I'm posting that we got to 10K, I'm going to be like, okay, like we don't even see right now the bonuses, right? There used to be Instagram bonuses. I haven't gotten an Instagram bonus since the invite bonus happened. So that was in April. So May, June, July, August, in 4 months I haven't had an Instagram bonus, right? So that's concerning because I see other people having bonuses and stuff like that. So I'm like, what is going on with my account? Oh no. I'm just trying to see something right now. I've got a whole bunch of notifications. No. Okay. So we have a new employee. Perfect. All right. So like, despite me having issues, there's a lot that's happening on Benable that is a benefit, right? These commissions are real. I have had a payout. I've had 3 payouts actually on Benable. That's where I'm just frustrated of like, what does that mean? What does it mean that it's not doing that right now? What did I do to my account to make it like that? So I have to follow up and see what's going on with them. And then what the heck? My screen is beeping. But yeah, in general, that's what we're dealing with right now. I don't see it as a huge issue. It's just a matter of like it needs to start happening again, or else I'm gonna be like, what do I do to fix it? You know what I mean? So we'll see. It'll take time, but the school list should be getting traffic. It we just added to it the other day. I can add to it again before I leave here so that we have something fresh on here. I don't know what it's lacking. That's the only thing. Maybe hmm, What is lacking from the school list? See what's actually. We don't have anything from Etsy. Let's see. Back to school. Let's see what it has. Oh yeah, these like sign thingies. First grade, first day of, last day of. That's actually really cool. Okay, so we could put that there. We don't have anything from Etsy on there. So let's do that. Let's grab this one. And then put that one on the list. I'm going to use the extension and test if it's still working. I'm going to add it to school supplies. And just like that. We just need one. Oh, we want the one that matches the listing. Okay, like that. This is a great idea for students just starting school. So you can photo track their experience growing up. Sweet. So now that I've added that, it's going to push the school list a little bit more again. So every time I add something to a list, it ends up pushing it a little bit, which is great. And then we'll see what happens. Like this one, it already was pushing the school supply list, so it should keep pushing it. And people are coming into the other ones, but school supplies, yeah. We're getting a couple of random ones actually, which is really great to see. But school supplies. So hopefully that helps. My Lush list has been getting a lot of views because I added to the Lush list. Everything seems to be getting a lot of views, but it's just not actioning. So it's concerning me a little bit, but we'll see how things go. For now, I think it's time to go. Thank you for everybody for being here and talking to me and seeing what it's all about. If you want to join, the code is there. I also have a free guide. And if you want to stop by and take a look at inside the lists and see what's there, I'd be happy to have you poke around because that gives me additional traffic and that's really cool. So thank you for watching the live stream. Feel free to ask me any questions on my profile and I'll do reply videos and stuff like that too. talk to you guys soon. Bye. Oh, there we go.